Caution, please watch the speed limit. Mind the speed limit. watch the speed limit. Caution. Caution. Please watch the speed limit. Caution. Please watch the speed limit. Caution. Please mind the speed limit. watch the speed limit. Caution. Please mind the speed
Just
limit.
walk right out the door. Don't want to do this anymore. Now I'm lost without you. You drive me crazy out my mind. How'd you do this every time? Now I'm lost without you. Used to be the one I talk to when I'm sad. Can't you see now tainted love is all we have? Our issues run so deep. Now when I try to sleep I feel so bad. I should leave, and by the time it's done I'll be gone.
Please watch the speed limit.
So distant when you're home, always hanging by your phone. Do I even know you? And I get paranoid sometimes, 'cause I know that you ain't mine, and I'm lost without you. Used to be the one I talk to when I'm sad. Can't you see now tainted love is all we have? Our issues run so deep. Now when I try to sleep I feel so bad. I should leave, and by the time it's done I'll be gone.
eyes lit this town like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna let it rain tonight. We gonna let it rain tonight. We gonna let it just like the sunrise. We gonna let it rain. Just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt. No, we can't turn back now. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna let it rain tonight. We gonna let it rain tonight. We
don't feel like it. We don't feel like it. 'Cause we don't feel like throwing it all away. We don't feel like it. We both have thoughts of leaving when thoughts get thrown around. But we keep going on believing and on till we're all cried out. 'Cause we don't feel like throwing it all away. We don't feel like it. But this time it's not about escaping. We don't feel like it. We don't feel like it. 'Cause we don't feel like throwing it all away. We don't feel like it.
Yeah. Unknown Brain. Marvin Divine. I'm saying bye to all the lies and all the times you cried, saying that I wasn't right, yet I was right by your side. You manipulator, playing games, your friends commentators, and I don't know what you say about our private conversations, but it's got them hating. Thanks to all the rumors you be claiming. It's cool, I'm done with you, so they can throw you a celebration. You gon' hate it when you see me with somebody living better. I'm trying to tell you that me just doing me gon' have you jealous.
I know that I gotta stay away from all your games. Yeah, I know that I found somebody else to love me one day. You'll realize the grass ain't greener on the other
Please mind
side.
speed.
You did me dirty the last time, so now I gotta say goodbye.
Caution. Please watch the speed.
So now I gotta say goodbye.
Yeah, my life is lovely now, I'm focused on me. You said you were a ride or die, I guess the car is on E. But see, I ain't even tripping, cause I just chose to believe that somebody gon' come around and give me just what I need. I don't wanna see you finally, see you looking down and out, coming to me crying, saying you miss having me around. Gave you chances and you blew it, you so easily influenced. All the time you told me, beat it, now you gotta fix the music, I'm saying.
Gotta stay
should I stay with you? I am addicted, we are too close. One more day and I'll overdose. Killing me softly, I gotta choose. Keep my life or lose myself in you. I'm so addicted, it has to end. But why do I keep holding your hand? I am stuck and I'm hypnotized. Visions of you come and stay the entire night. My mind is blurry, rescue out of sight. Crazy me, what do I not see? That you are living poison in my veins. Put the needle in me so that I feel free. I let loose, give you the key. Pray that you'll be dead to me. Ashamed, this is my destiny. Crazy me, what do I not see? That you are living poison in my veins. Put the needle in me so that I feel free. I let loose, give you the key. Pray that you'll be dead to me.
Rubber dinghies. People living on the coastline of Louisiana are being warned they could face weeks without power or water. Hurricane Laura is known to have killed 14 people. The Home Secretary has lashed out at the organisers of illegal raves, warning them they're not above the law. Priti Patel says the organisers are creating risks for every...
If you love me, let me hear you. Say my name, say my name.
It's more than a crush, 'cause I'm frozen in emotion. You better tell me
Caution. Please watch the speed. Caution. Please mind the speed.
Sing with me, can't you see? I don't have. I do it for the love. I don't have.
Caution. Please watch the speed.
I do it for the love. I do it for the love. I do it for the love. When the sun is set and you fade, I have no money on my mind. No money on my
my mind. When the sunset, don't you fret. Oh, I have no money on my mind. No money on my mind. Money on my mind. No, I have no money on my mind. Just love.
Caution. Please watch the car.
I do it for the love I don't have. I do it for the love. I do it for the love.
Caution. Please watch the speed.
Saturday afternoons with Jogger and Aaron.
Please mind the speed limit. Caution. Please watch the speed limit.
Radio.com. Hi, it's me, Daigor. Continuing through the luck here with remixes. Gonna get some topic along the way of Breaking Me. Shortly after that, gonna get some of the Script Rain song. I've been in love with recently, a remix that I've been absolutely listening to. A banger tune. Heading into an absolute anthem, it's Breaking Me from Topic. #1 simulation station. Don't go any guys, stay tuned.
All my life.
Caution. Please
Tell
watch
me
the
if you
speed.
wanna, cause I got this feeling. I wanna hear you say it, cause I can't believe it. With every touch of you, it's like I've started dreaming. Guess heaven's not that far away. And I'll be singing la 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 la. You're breaking me la 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 la. You're breaking me la 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 la. You're breaking me la 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 la. I'm just right here dancing around to the rhythm that you play when you're breaking my heart. You know that I can't get you out of the system. Yeah, right from the start, you play with my heart. I'll be singing la 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 la. You're breaking me la 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 la. You're breaking me la 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 la. I'm just right here. Breaking me, you can do whatever. I'll be here forever, spinning round inside this room. Hey, hey, won't you come on over? I'm a sucker for you, wishing we'll be out here soon. So tell me if you want, cause I got this feeling. I wanna hear you say it, cause I can't believe it. With every touch of you, it's like I'm starting to dream. Cause heaven's not that far away. You're breaking me la 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 la. You're breaking me la 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 la. You're breaking me la 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 la. I'm just right here dancing around to the rhythm that you play when you're breaking my heart. You know that I can't get you out of the system. Yeah, right from the start, you play with my heart. I'm just right here. Please watch the speed.
This is Saturday Afternoons with Jogger and Aaron.
Please mind the speed limit. Caution. Please watch the speed limit.
You would not believe your eyes if 10 million fireflies lit up the world as I fell asleep.
Please mind the speed.
'Cause they fill the open air and leave teardrops everywhere. You'd think me rude, but I would just stand and stare. I'd like to make myself believe that planet Earth turns slowly. It's hard to say that I'd rather stay awake when I'm asleep. 'Cause everything is never as it seems. 1,000 hugs from 10,000 lightning bugs as they tried to teach me how to dance. A foxtrot above my head, a sock hop beneath my bed. A disco ball is just hanging by a thread. I'd like to make myself believe that planet Earth turns slowly. It's hard to say that I'd rather stay awake when I'm asleep. 'Cause everything is never as it seems. Leave my door open just a crack. 'Cause I feel like such an insomniac. Why do I tire of counting sheep when I'm far too tired to fall asleep? To 10 million fireflies, I'm weird 'cause I hate goodbyes. I got misty eyes as they said farewell, but I'll know where several are if my dreams get real bizarre. 'Cause I saved a few and I keep them in a jar. I'd like to make myself believe that planet Earth turns slowly. It's hard to say that I'd rather stay awake when I'm asleep. 'Cause everything is never as it seems. I'd like to make myself believe that planet Earth turns slowly. It's hard to say that I'd rather stay awake when I'm asleep. 'Cause everything is never as it seems. I'd like to make myself believe that planet Earth turns slowly. It's hard to say that I'd rather stay awake when I'm asleep. Because my dreams are bursting at the seams.
I love that song. It's just, it's one of those songs that is a throwback, but just, I don't
I love
know how to describe it.
I love it.
Something about Saturday.
I love it. Right, yeah, we're just gonna sit here in silence.
Yeah.
Right, let's just move on to the next
That
one.
song always hits me in the feelings, man.
No, don't start that, Aaron. I've had enough of that this week. Stop it. No.
Oh my goodness. Stop. Right, Ella Henderson, we'll take care of you now.
I know you're hurting. I know it's rough. I know you see so many things that mess you up. I know I'm learning. I know I'm young. But when it's gonna hit the fan, I'll be the one. Oh, I'll take care of you. Oh, I'll take care of you. And I know the things that no one else will do. You're one of the things that no one else will do. Take care of you.
I'd like to say hello to my gorgeous wife Susan, who's sitting in the conservatory listening at the moment.
Hello, Susan.
Hiya, Susan. Please mind
With her
speed.
dog Pelham curled up beside her.
Aww.
I'd like to say hello to my friends Catherine and Tracy, who are on their way to Edinburgh.
Yeah.
My good friend Kay Hunt and her daughter Bethany, who have been through a rough time at the minute.
Oh.
Everybody involved with Gateshead Football Club, including the lovely Sweet Caroline.
Oh.
And all my cruise buddies, and my brothers Barry and Kevin, and his wife Lynn, and anybody else who knows me, really, Alan.
Oh, great, Ian. And do you know what? We're going to pop an exclusive Alan and Mel t-shirt, and we've finally seen them today, haven't we, Mel?
Yes, I've got one. It's a large, though. I think both of us would get in this t-shirt.
Yeah, well, it's
Alan.
all one
Well,
size.
I can't wait to get mine.
Well, look, do you know it'll go lovely with your feather boa, Ian?
Oh, yes, that's what I'm thinking.
Okay, have a lovely weekend.
Yeah, thank you.
Love to
Bye-bye,
Susan
Alan.
and Pelham. Bye,
Thank you,
love.
Ian. Thank you.
And if you'd like to take part, email us now, alanandmel@bbc.co.uk.
BBC Sounds. How do you solve a 50-year-old mystery? The woman took her secret to the grave.
Who was she? Was she a spy?
Why do people commit terrible crimes?
But this is not even a red flag. This is a full-on banner.
And how did one woman fake her way into a life of luxury?
She's a con artist. I was watching this whole thing happen thinking it can't be true.
Discover the world of true crime podcasts on the BBC Sounds app.
I don't really care if your tears fall down your face. You know you're the victim every time. I know you're getting turned every night. Oh yeah, your girls ain't tryna get me off your mind. The same ones who be hitting on my line. They're not your friend. I need you to know that we ain't never gonna go back. This time it got so bad. It's best for me, it's best for you. I need you to know that. Try to love you, but I force that. All signs we ignore that. And it's not the same, 'cause it's over now. Oh yeah. Don't get too confused, 'cause it's over now. Oh yeah. Now coming back around. Nothing left to lose, 'cause it's over now. Oh. Yeah. So I take this just to forget you. I don't regret those memories. And I swear I'm not trying to test. I wish you the best, but I'm like you need. But you always need that attention, feeding the past while we don't speak. But we're both with somebody else, so please stop calling me. I need you to know that we ain't never gonna go back. This time it got so bad. It's not the same, 'cause it's over now. Oh yeah. Don't get too confused, 'cause it's over now. Oh yeah. No coming back around. Nothing left to lose, 'cause it's over now. Yeah.
over now, and that's Calvin Harris and The Weeknd. Right, this is the part of the show where we share a few of the things we've been watching, listening to, or reading. Mel, what are you starting with, my love?
All right, well, I'm starting with, it was on BBC Sounds, it is on BBC Sounds, At Home with David Hockney. Now, it's recorded in his studio in California, and it's presented by James Naughty. Now, I'm a big fan of David Hockney. It's such a lovely listen. He's got such a wonderful voice, that lovely northern
He hasn't
Yorkshire.
changed his voice, has he? When you think he moved there in the 60s.
Yeah.
He still sounds very northern.
He does, and he found fame in the 60s when he was a young man, and he moved to California around that time for the lifestyle, didn't he?
Yeah,
and for obviously the amazing weather. And he talks about those paintings that he did out there, the light, and how his life is now. Because he's an old guy now, and he talks about his life, and he said that he's actually quite deaf, so he can't really socialise with more than a few people at a time because he can't hear.
Yeah.
And he just talks about his day-to-day life, how he still stands for 6 hours at a time painting.
Yeah.
And how much his love of painting. He also, it's brilliant insight to Lucian Freud did his portrait, and he said it was fascinating to watch another artist paint, and he said he took forever. And he also painted Lucian Freud's portrait, and Lucian fell asleep throughout the sitting.
Oh, yeah. Because he was saying what him and Lucian would do. They would just sit there gossiping, drinking, smoking. I mean, to be a fly on the wall listening to those two gossiping.
Just fantastic. And he talks about his parents as well, how supportive they've been and how grounded they are. And, can you imagine, your son wants to be an artist. I mean, not many people support that because they think it's not stable enough. But they absolutely supported him. And
because I like the thing as well, the swinging 60s, because there's not many people around who, you would say with the swinging 60s, part of that movement. And, they asked him about homophobia, and he said, I didn't have any homophobia. I lived in Bohemia.
Yeah, I know. Wasn't that fantastic?
Yeah, he's just surrounded by open-minded liberal people. He
had to move to New York and then subsequently to LA in order to find Bohemia, because it wasn't really happening here.
No, all right, love.
Yeah. But it's just wonderful to hear him talk about drawing and just about his life and about his experiences with other artists. So it's well worth a listen.
And you've got to mention the bit as well where his mum goes to visit him in LA, and she says, with that lovely sunshine, no one's got their washing out.
I know, it's just so brilliant and grounded. And it's true.
And you go on BBC Sounds
You've got to search David Hockney on BBC Sounds and it will come up.
Right, OK. Well, my recommendation is a film on BBC iPlayer. Now, you have to be quick because it's only on for a week. Interview with the Vampire from 1994. Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt star as two lusty vampires, Lestat and Louis, in Anne Rice's bestseller of the same name. And the film, of course, starts with Brad Pitt having an interview with the journalist played by Christian Slater, and then he goes back in time to 1796 New Orleans. And they just go on this rampage, sucking the blood and nibbling the necks of maidens and wenches in the late 1700s.
Fantastic.
I know. It is a bit of a romp, and I can't remember it being that camp. It's so camp now.
Oh, gosh, I can't wait to watch this.
Because they've all got... I just think vampires are camp. They've got the frills and the stacked heels, and the way, like, when they see, like, a limp wrist, they roll their eyes before they put the teeth in. Not put the teeth in, I mean put the teeth in the wrist. So it's really good. It's very gory. Now, I know you shot me down in flames because I get my research from Wikipedia, and we know last week we were saying they said that Lionel Blair was my dad and I was the voice of Zippy from Rainbow, which is not true.
Does it honestly say that?
I asked them to take it down because journalists are lazy. You start doing interviews, they go, Alan, what was that? Tell me about Rod, Jane and Freddie. And I'm like, pardon? What's Bungle really like? I'm like, what are you on about? And then they show me, so take that down. So I'm not the voice of Zippy, but I digress. Now, I read Oprah Winfrey walked out of the screening of this because it was too gory.
Did you think it was too gory?
It was... camp and gory. There was a lot of blood. I wouldn't have like a beetroot movie as I was watching
what do you
it.
expect when you do a vampire? Watching a vampire movie?
Well, I don't know, but yes.
Right,
and you know
okay.
what? And this is true. Anne Rice, this is all over the internet. She really didn't want Tom Cruise as Lestat.
Who did she want?
She didn't want him. She was very vocal, and she actually said in Variety, they've Hollywoodized my movie, and she was actually going to change it. Now, I would love to see this movie. Angelica Houston and Cher as Lestat and Louis.
She said that.
And then she saw Tom Cruise as Lestat and
Please
said,
mind
rang him up personally and publicly as well, said, I was wrong, he is perfect. So, Interview with the Vampire, an entertaining but gory romp with two chisel-jawed, time-travelling, very easy on the eye vampires. What's not to like
Oh, gosh.
on BBC iPlayer.
And it's only there for another week, right? So you
That's
need to
right.
get on it, and that's what I'm going to do tonight. Definitely going to
Lovely.
watch that. All right, so my next one is a drama box set on BBC iPlayer, A Very English Scandal by Russell T Davies. It's Hugh Grant as Jeremy Thorpe,
Wadsworth just spent his whole time pottering about Dove Cottage in the Lake District, writing about daffodils, then you're very much mistaken. Did you think that, Mel?
I did, if I'm honest.
But listen, this three-parter's great. Do you know, he was actually a supporter of the French Revolution, and he walked there. He's a keen walker with his friend, walked into it, and then obviously when the terror took over, he sort of, then it all got out of hand and a bit too violent and barbaric for him. But during the terror, he saw friends being guillotined. He had an illegitimate child in France. He was suspected of being a spy once he got back. It's absolutely thrilling, and it's just, you never get taught this at school.
No,
you just saw he stayed up in the lakes and wrote this lovely poetry and went for walks. So it's basically a looking back, another take on Wordsworth, and it's just, and how radical he was, because, you know, he sort of took on not the church as such, but back then, you know, he said, you know, God's in the river, God's in the rocks, God's in the mountains. You don't have to go to church. God's all around you, and of course back then that was seen as quite radical. So it's a little bit of a...
And it's a three-parter, so there's lots of stuff to go through. How long is each part?
It's half an hour.
Okay.
And I would say, and they intersperse it with people reading his poetry, which is absolutely beautiful. So what I would say is, if you're going on a long walk, go on BBC Sounds, type in Wordsworth, and just download it and just walk and listen to it. It's absolutely good, and it's a really interesting side of him that we never get taught.
Yeah, fantastic.
Really refreshing. It's great.
Lovely, thank you.
Right, Mel, what have you got next?
Well, the next thing that I would like to talk about is The Wars of Coco Chanel. It's a documentary on Sky Arts and Now TV, and it's all the battles that she endured during her life, from she was an orphan to obviously a very successful tailor fashion designer. And she was working up until her death. She was 88.
All under one roof. It's your one-stop shop for a beautiful home. And for every £500 you...
My hand there on the empty space, here in our bed, I can't replace. I picture your face, hands on my waist. You've gone with no trace, and I can't break the cycle of you in my mind. Oh, this is the place that I come to forget you. These are the nights that I drink to regret you. These are the times I know I can't replace you. Wish that I was somewhere else. Wish that I was somewhere with. This is the place.
someplace. I've got cause to be. There's a name for it. There's a place that fits. But whatever the reason, you do it for me. Oh, what's love got to do it? What's love but a second-hand devotion? What's love got to do? Got to do it? Who needs a heart when a heart can be broken? Oh, what's love got to do? Got to do it? What's love but a second-hand devotion? What's love got to do? Got to do it? Who needs a heart when a heart can be broken? What's love got to do? Got to do it? What's love but a second-hand devotion? What's love got to do? Got to do it? Who needs a heart when a heart can be
Caution. Please mind the speed. Turn right. Get ready. Turn left. Turn left.
Not a single thing has ever.
Kiss you once or twice.
Caution. Please
Not
watch
trying to
the
be
speed.
in there, not trying to be cool, just trying to be in this. Tell me how you do. Can you feel where the wind is? Can you feel it through all of the windows inside this room? Night on the run, let's make love tonight. Make it up, fall in love twice. But you never leave alone. I'll be with you from dusk till dawn. I'll be with you from dusk till dawn. Baby, I'm right here. I'll hold you when things go wrong. I'll be with you from dusk till dawn. I'll be with you from dusk till dawn. Baby, I'm right here. Baby, I'm right here. I'll hold you when things go wrong. You can use me, 'cause I still want that. You're satisfied. You're satisfied. You can use me. Did somebody break your heart? Looking like an angel, but you're savage. When you kiss me, I know you don't get to, but I still want that. You're satisfied. You're satisfied.
Keep right. And then exit right.
Girl, you can use me, 'cause I still want that. You're satisfied.
Exit.
We all know you love TSFM, but did you know about their official VTC Axel Hall?
Caution. Please mind the speed.
Oh, Saturday afternoons with Charlie Puth and girlfriends. Hiya, Joseph. You're right.
That's something I can't get, you know. girlfriend.
I know.
Have I told ya? You give it to me like no other guy. We got that heat, like this summer, and that's why I'm so glad I made you mine. Wanna have a little taste, so let me lay you. Nothing better than your skin on mine. I've been looking for the feeling, looking all my life. Boy, you give it to me every time. Can we make it all night? We don't stop, fill up on my body, babe. Ooh, touch me like a summer night. You feel like a holiday.
Keep right, and then exit right.
On my body, babe. We're just dancing the night away. Boy, you feel like a holiday.
Exit right.
Unfortunately, I was born when that was in the charts. That was Under the Moon of Love. But which TV talent show contestants sang it? Was it Mud, Shawadiwadi, or the Rubettes?
Right, I haven't got a clue.
Right, so it's a guess.
And what was the second one?
Shawadiwadi.
I just love the way that sounds, so I'll go with Shawadiwadi.
It's the right answer.
Yes!
They were so good. I remember them on Top of the Pops.
Oh, I love that.
Here's a huge X Factor winner.
This is a shout out to my ex. Her hitting up some other chick. Yeah, that hurt me, I'll admit. Forget that, but I'm over it. I hope she getting better.
That was Little Mix and shout out to my ex there. In which year did they win X Factor? 2009, 2010 or 2011? These date ones are so hard.
I'm going to go with 2011. Please.
Right to go with 2011.
Good.
All right, here's a singer, dancer, and actress who is no stranger to TV talent shows. Hallelujah by Alexandra Burke, but in which West End show is she currently?
Chicago.
Oh, I didn't even need to give you the answers.
She's playing Roxy Hart.
Yes,
she's amazing.
Yeah, brilliant. Well done, you.
On which TV talent show did this comedy legend first appear?
Let's do it. Let's do it till our hearts go boom. Go native, creative, living in the living room. This folly is jolly. Bend me over backwards on me hostess trolley. Let's do it tonight. But he's
I love her. Remember, beat me on the bottom with your woman's weekly.
Yes.
Let's do it tonight. Oh, I love her.
Well, that was
so good.
That was Barry and Frida by, of course, Victoria Wood. But on which TV talent show did she first appear? Opportunity Knocks, New Faces, or Search for a Star?
I'm going to have a guess. Search for a Star?
Oh.
No, Opportunity Knocks.
No, New Faces. You got there in the end.
All right,
I thought that was before her time. Or after? Oh,
no.
Whatever.
Stop digging, Alicia, stop digging.
Right, The Big Time was a TV talent show of sorts that discovered the singer. By Sheena Easton, but what was the name of her first single? Do you know who she is?
I know who she is.
All right,
Yes.
well, the single because let's go. We're getting there. When he shines, For Your Eyes Only, or Modern Girl.
Modern Girl?
Yes!
Oh, good!
Good guessing.
Excellent! Yes.
In 2008, Jodie Prenger won a BBC One talent show.
Once I had a secret
Caution. Please watch the speed.
that lived within the heart of me. Oh, too soon.
That was Jodie Prenger.
Gosh,
But what was her
please mind the
prize?
speed.
Was it a starring role in Calamity Jane, The Sound of Music, or Oliver?
What year did she win the talent show?
2008.
Did that help?
Absolutely not. I would say so. It's Calamity Jane, Oliver, and
The Sound of Music.
oh goodness, Calamity Jane.
Oh, it's
Oliver.
You know the idea of this quiz. When I give you the answer, shouting the answer out after I've given you, you still don't
doesn't
get
count.
it. No. There you go. Just a
Yeah,
little-
she was Nancy, wasn't she?
Oh,
in
she was
Oliver?
Nancy.
Yes.
Oh.
Right. Ashley and Pudsey won the 6th series of this show in 2012. The theme from a show, you know, Stranger 2, but who was the Britain's Got Talent runner-up in 2012? Yes, don't worry, don't worry. I know, I did pause then, I actually forgot I had to do that, so thanks very much for reminding me. If I'm totally honest, I had brain freeze. Right, Only Boys Allowed, Ryan, I have no idea how to say this, Shaughnessy, and Jonathan and Charlotte.
Oh, was it Jonathan and Charlotte?
It was.
Yes, that's the first year I joined the show, actually.
Right, okay.
I do have the world's worst memory, by the way.
Well, you did well. Well done. All right, last question.
This was a huge hit for X Factor winner Leona Lewis.
Some people wait a lifetime for a moment like Wow. Her voice is so...
It's another level, isn't it?
Oh,
That was A Moment Like This by X Factor winner Leona Lewis. But in what year did she win that show? 2002, 2004, 2006. I have to accept your first answer, not all
so
three.
2002, 2004, and 2006. 2006.
Correct.
Yes.
Yes.
I remember.
Okay,
Let's
what's
see
the
how well-
total?
That was a long quiz.
Yeah, you did really well. 7. Yes.
Out of what?
10.
Oh, great.
That's
I'll
good.
take
You
that.
hold your head
I'll take
high.
that. What do I win? The trip to Orlando?
I'm afraid, yes, you'll to win that.
Thank you, Anna.
Oh, thank you.
Bye, darling.
The worst quiz ever with Alan and Mel.
Hiya, Alison Hammond here. Ryland's away and he's left me in charge of the show. I mean, what could go wrong?
Alison Hammond on Saturday.
He's left his stack of CDs, so I've got some fab music and plenty of chat too. Yeah, baby.
Alison Hammond.
This afternoon from 3 here on BBC Radio 2.
Alan Carr and Melanie Sykes.
Oh, I love Alicia, don't you? She's so much fun.
Oh, yeah, joy. Absolute joy to have in the studio.
Right, let's have a few more names for your inanimate objects. At work, I named the production server online. The backup server is named offline. I'm still waiting for the day I will be able to report to my boss, Sir, online just went offline, but don't worry, offline already went online. It's a bit nerdy, but it helps me through what can be a very dull day. Martin in Eastport.
Jane from York says, my little car is called Bluebell. I bought it just after my darling husband passed away. I was so blue, but she is beautiful and blue. So Bluebell, I apologise to her when I go over speed bumps.
Oh, how sweet.
Love it.
Last one today. Come on, everyone. Let's do the Macarena. Yeah, come on now. Get up.
When I dance, they call me Macarena. In the bush, they say, please watch now. They all want me, they can't have me. So they all come and dance beside me. Move with me, jam with me,
alegría Macarena, Macarena.
Hope you've enjoyed the show today. As always, thank you so much for listening.
If you'd like to be a future 60-minute challenger, drop us a line with your name and phone number. Come on, don't be shy. Email us alanamel@bbc.co.uk.
Thanks to the team, that's Ross behind the glass and Flo in Warwickshire.
Plus our producer Malcolm Prince.
We're back next Saturday morning, live from 10.
Paul Gambaccini with Pick of the Pops is next. He's Alan Carr.
And she's Melanie Sykes.
This is Radio 2.
On the BBC Sounds app.
On your smart speaker.
And on 88 to 91 FM.
BBC News at 1 o'clock. This is Justine Green. Teachers have broadly welcomed coronavirus guidelines for schools when they reopen in England next week. The plans include a possible rota system in areas with high infection rates. Groups of pupils would alternate so there are fewer in school at a time. The National Association of Head Teachers called the timing of the advice reprehensible, coming just days before the new term starts. Professor Neil Ferguson, whose research persuaded the government to implement the lockdown in March, says the plan needs to go further.
It is sensible. It shows the need to potentially escalate when you see outbreaks either in schools or in the surrounding community. The one thing I would add is that in order to keep on top of transmission in schools, we need a very rapid testing protocol to be in place.
A rescue boat in the Mediterranean, funded by the British graffiti artist Banksy, has issued a call for immediate assistance. A 30-metre-long Louise Michel has picked up more than 200 migrants trying to cross from Africa to Europe in rubber dinghies. Here's Andy Moore.
The activists who crew the vessel say it's currently overloaded with 219 migrants from Libya and is unable to manoeuvre. One person is said to have died and 33 are in a life raft alongside the ship. It's claimed multiple calls to rescue authorities in Malta and Italy have gone unanswered. In its most recent message, the Louise Michel said the people on board needed a place of safety after escaping untold horror and inhumanity.
Hollywood is mourning the death of Chadwick Boseman, who was best known for playing Black Panther in the Marvel superhero films. He was 43 and had colon cancer.
Shepherd Malinois and Kate.
I love you.